Hey, how you doing?
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Present.
Ms. Burns,
Present.
Ms. Mashat,
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett,
Present.
you have 6 members present.
We have 6 members present. We will now go to the reading of disorderly persons city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. This time we'll ask if there be any request for agenda changes and/or additions. Seeing no movement, we will prepare for closed session. Attorney, can you inform us?
Good evening, Council. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, MCL 15.268, 1E and 1H, I'm requesting a closed session to discuss case numbers 24 CV-11603, Hinton versus Gaspar, and case number 24 CV 12041, Christian versus City of Flint et al. And this is to discuss the case. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session.
There's a motion by the Councilwoman in the 4th Ward to go to closed session. Is there support? Supported by the Councilman in the 1st Ward. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns? No. Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 1 no.
Vote is 5 yes, 1 no. We'll now enter closed session.
Point of order.
Pursuant.
Request
Sorry.
information. Yeah. Oh,
Your request?
Oh,
Go ahead.
through the chair, we need 6 votes to be able to
Oh.
go into closed session
I
for
apologize.
this. That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the correction.
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the 7th Ward.
I make a motion that we go into closed session pending a discussion about going into closed session. Just say, I need somebody to support my motion.
There's a
Thank you.
motion supported, brought forth by the Councilwoman in the 7th, supported by the Councilwoman in the 6th. And your discussion. Oh. We have the what?
I'm sorry, what was your motion?
My motion was first to go into closed session, pending we have a discussion about going into closed session.
I wonder what the case is about.
So I just need to double check. I'm not sure if this motion, if there's any discussion on this motion outside of,
Well, a motion is always proper.
there's some motions that you don't have discussion on. So,
Right, but we're not gonna discuss the actual thing. There's somebody just wanted to say something, so that's the motion that's been supported. Roll call.
I can sit out here. We can, yeah.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Earl Alamin. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
6 yes, 0 no, the vote. And we'll now go into discussion. Is there anyone who wishes to discuss this?
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
thank you. Through you to Attorney Gurley, these are two cases. What are these cases pertaining to? Because I don't see any other information with them.
These are the same cases that we discussed last Wednesday in closed session, and they involve the police department.
So is one of these the Bowman, D'Angelo Bowman?
No, those cases that you just mentioned has been settled. So these are the other cases that we talked about previously.
So D'Angelo Bowman was that the one that was settled by the judge?
That is a jury verdict case, yes.
So they were found guilty?
That was civil litigation, so it would have been whether they were responsible or the city was responsible.
Okay, I think these are the ones you were at the point, was one the cyclist?
No, that one is also a jury verdict. These are the cases involving wrongful conviction.
Oh, wrongful convictions. And so the other ones have been settled, though?
They have been decided by a jury.
From the last time we were here last week then? 'Cause I think we voted. Okay, I'll speak with you. Okay. Okay, thank you. She said we don't.
Any other discussion? Excuse me. Any other discussion? We'll go to a second round. Any discussion there? All right, now.
Yep.
So Madam Clerk, now we go into closed session. Is that? That was the motion. Okay. We'll then go into closed session.
We did to vote closed session. So the discussion happened, so now we're going into closed session. We did. No.
You know what? She voted no. We are not in closed session yet. She voted no. We need to vote again. Okay, so I'm gonna vote no. No.
We voted twice.
No, we didn't vote twice.
Yes, we did.
Yes, she voted yes for discussion. She did not vote yes to go into closed session. Y'all killing me.
Madam Clerk.
No, I didn't understand the motion. Okay. We did not vote to go into closed session. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
You to the city clerk, can you read back what motion was, please?
The motion was to go into closed session to discuss going into closed session.
Yeah, that was the motion.
So, Mr. Chair, can we get a roll call vote to go back into, make a motion for us to go back to, go to an executive session?
Support.
There's a motion to go into executive session by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, supported by the Councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Ms. Johnson is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Mr. Alamin. Dr. Lewis is absent. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. We'll now go into closed session.
Why is this back on the second reading? Which one?
Oh, I am, yeah, absolutely. So I'll make the motion as soon as we get into it to do that, yeah. Um, Now, so this is gonna tell all this wrong.
mic on.
Okay, so this one is gonna, I'm just gonna make a motion, to leave it here, and then we go on to this other one. The what? Is he even here? Ed? Did you check on? I don't see Ed. I didn't see him earlier.
Tax client.
Councilmember Lewis. Did you see Ed? Member, I didn't call you man. I said Member Lewis, did you see Eddie, the HR?
He's not here tonight. I don't know if you talked to him before, but he called me.
He called you and said, why?
He said he had a previous engagement with his family. Well, that's because it just started, you know, we just came here.
Thank you.
Clerk Donahue, we're going to prepare to bring this meeting back to order. If you could call roll, please.
Okay, the time is 5:29 PM, and this Special Affairs Committee meeting has been returned to order. I will take the roll call. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
Mr. Alamin? Ms. Johnson?
Present.
We have 7 members present.
7 members present. We are now preparing for public comments. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. Madam Clerk, first public speaker, please.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, my name is R.L. Mitchell. As you people from out of state look on this city council in Flint, Michigan, we the people have no other option but assume that Christian had this closed session because the mayor sued Christian for tapping with the money, spending $25,000 at will. But Christian is just the man doing the best he can to run this city where it's supposed to be run. But we all know that Christian won the lawsuit because they called themselves suing Christian, but he reversed that because they had a jury trial and the mayor and the judge called himself putting it on Christian, but Christian flipped the script and sued them. And Christian become nothing but a money pot. And just like we the people, the people decide to sue for tapping with government property, like for instance, by messing with tapping with the furniture, destruction of property. If I happen to have a lawsuit like Christian, you can't do that because I'm a Christian. Because Christians are supposed to sue their brother and get away. You're playing with Christian attitudes and you're playing with the people attitude. As our Earl Mitchell is a Christian, and take a lesson from Donald Trump. Like this over the weekend, my landlord attacked me by saying my flag was off. He said, "What's that on my foot?" Here's the flag. I put that flag up when COVID-19 was out, when Trump put the flag in Jerusalem, and the weather had done it. So what he's saying, he said, take that that stuff off my porch. But last time I did that, I took it off and I burned the flag in front of somebody. And they said, "Hey, sir, don't you know you can go to jail for that? I should report you." But I was over on Martin Luther King Street. And every time I was going to take it down on July the 4th, American 250th birthday. But everything has a thing on it because, like Christian, like I was at the Army place, the burning torch yesterday in the Flint, representing the United States when they talking about when I was in Vietnam, but they don't know how I got back. Trying to make it seem like I'm the worst man in the United States, and people go along like nothing happening. And I sit there and represent every soldier in whoever went to Vietnam. The most people who got. Anyway, stay tuned, America, because these people's in here think they still doing something. The lawyer looking all under-eyed, talking about, look at over there. Got away with all that. The judge had to quit.
Thank
quit
you,
it.
sir.
Okay, stay tuned, America. I remember to report this message.
Madam Clerk, next public speaker.
The next speaker is Arthur Woodson.
All right. Good evening. I'm gonna make this real quick. I see that you have something dealing with DPW on the agenda. I wasn't fully prepared, but I'm prepared. Hey, when we had the water crisis, you had Brent, what's Brent's last name? He didn't have license. He was over the plant. I can't think of his last name for nothing in the world, but he didn't have license. Neither do our deputy director of DPW. I checked the license of the city top water people, Scott Dungy. He has a D1, an F3, and an S4, and they don't expire until January 2028. Janet Best, she has an A, B, C, D, L1. It doesn't expire until July 2029. Howard Hudson from Texas, I think, he doesn't even have a license. Mawan, he's the deputy DPW director. He has an S4, but it expired. So he doesn't have anything. I don't understand how you can take a test for S1 and you don't even have an S2. Come on. It's not personal. I'm not trying to fight or anything. All right. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to debate or argue with anyone. But we got in this predicament because we didn't have licensed or experienced people in that position. And our water system is too fragile not to have experienced people in that position. So, not the fault of the cities, because they made it to where an ordinance DPW deputy director doesn't have to be certified or have a license. So they dumbed it down a while ago. So what y'all can do is make an ordinance to where the DPW person has to have a license, and whatever Hudson is doing at the water plant, he needs to have a license too. Juan definitely doesn't have a license, and how can I go to him and ask him about something? He doesn't even have a license. I mean, he helped over in Detroit with service lines, but we're not doing service lines, and that's the only experience that he has. And like I said, I'm not trying to argue or throw anybody on under the bus or anything like that. It's just that I take the water serious, and I know the city takes the water serious too. City council and everybody takes it serious. So if you didn't know the information, now you know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next speaker.
The final speaker for this meeting is Beverly Biggs Levy. Okay, she does not wish to speak at this time.
Thank you. Again,
Do I have
as it
to
relates
sign
to
up
public
to
comment,
talk?
Sorry,
Ma-
sir. The clerk is going to come speak to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
it is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers. Only after all public speakers have spoken, an individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Any council persons wish to make response? Councilwoman in the 2nd Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I would like to highlight the Silence of Violence March that took place this weekend. It was a small in number, but yet big in impact. So we'd like to thank all the community partners that came out and the people that continued to take their message of nonviolence from off of social media and to bring it in person. You know, many people, they ask, why are we marching? What's the whole point of a march? Outside of getting steps, it is to unify. It is to identify boots on the ground and mobilize. So when you come, you network. And so that's the point, that's the whole purpose of the marches. And so this time I was able to connect with Pastor Barry. Pastor Barry is doing great things in the city of Detroit. He had the Silence of Violence March where the mayor, mayor-elect, council members, they flooded the city streets in Detroit. And so he came and he was able to join us, and he made a commitment to help us move forward like he's doing Detroit. So looking forward to working with him and bringing some great things to the city of Flint. In addition to, it's a little late, but I was looking in my correspondence, in my email, and I saw Mr. Travis Mangum. He sent something to, it was care of the council president, Candace Machat. However, all city council members received it. And it was talking about the Flint Water Cost Efficiency Rate Protection and Council Oversight Plan. This resident came up with a plan for the water, and he's just a resident. And so when we're talking about putting people on board and stuff, these are the people that's doing the work. So I just wanted to encourage those that are working on this administration to reach out to Mr. Travis Mangum, because he put a whole plan in action, very detailed, and clearly he loved to share it. Thank you.
Any other council persons wish to have council response? Any other council response? We will then close council response and move to the consent agenda. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the 7th Ward.
thank you. I make a motion to send the consent agenda to council with separations.
There's a motion to move the consent agenda to council by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward, supported by the councilman in the 1st Ward. Any discussion?
Separations.
I'm sorry?
Separations.
Any separation, I'm sorry. Any
Mr.
separation?
Chair.
Yes,
Full separation.
full
'Cause I think there's
separation.
only one resolution.
There is.
Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
I would
that
like
there's
that
one
res-
resolution.
So that's 260122.
Okay, thank you. We'll now go to ordinance 260122, Code Amendment Ordinance, Chapter 18, Taxation Funds Purchasing, Article 4, Purchasing. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
a motion to leave this in special affairs.
Support.
There's a motion to leave it in Special Affairs by the Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, supported by the Councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Ms. Priestley?
No.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? Yes. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 1 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 1 no. This item this ordinance 260122 will remain here in Special Affairs. Now we'll go to special order discussion item. And this special order is with regard to DPW director position and HR hiring practices, a 30-minute discussion, a 30-minute special order as requested by council members to have a discussion with city administrator regarding the DPW director position and HR director concerning human resources hiring practices generally. So, Madam Clerk, if we can thank you for adding the time. Is there anyone who would like to start off this discussion item? Who would like the floor?
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
I believe whoever ordered the discussion item.
it just said council members, that's why.
It should say either Councilwoman Burns or Councilwoman Lewis.
Okay, if either of them would like the floor to begin. Councilwoman Lewis, would you like the floor? Sure. The floor is yours.
So, Mr. Edwards, so I'll just go with some of the literature that was provided. So it says right here that HR is responsible for issuing rejection notices to unselected candidates through neo.gov. So when you say a candidate, can you please define candidate?
A candidate for this position would be somebody who is qualified. Qualified meaning possesses the proper certification. The proper certification in this case would be an S1 certification.
Okay, so individuals that don't meet all of the qualifications, they don't receive anything saying that you don't meet the qualifications. So you only receive rejection notice if you're qualified.
From my particular position, what I receive is the qualified candidate. So what you're talking procedurally, that's an HR function. That would be a procedure of HR to send out any notification to say that we reject or you didn't meet the minimum qualifications. What I tend to receive is only the qualified individuals.
Okay, so I guess that was the reason why we needed Mr. Smith here, so he can speak to this since he is HR.
Yeah, he had a conflict. He had a conflict for tonight.
Understood. Judy told us.
Okay.
So looking at this, one of the issues that I see is a lot of people, and it looks like we might have to say this twice since he's not here, but a lot of people, they have an issue because they apply for the city and they don't hear back, they don't hear anything. The position to close, they hear nothing. And so that's a problem because, I mean, I'm happy that people are choosing to work for the city because of our rates are not that comparable in terms of payment. But when they do choose to apply and go through all the steps, in all fairness, it'll be only fitting for us to let them know, hey, you do not qualify or we did not select you. And I've heard from several, I guess some candidates and some applicants that they reached out and they applied and they have not heard anything back from the city. And so that was that's very concerning to me. So anything about regarding that?
I would say that what you're recommending is probably a best practice, but it's not uncommon for the situation you just described. The state does it all the time. They don't reply to every applicant that comes in. And I know plenty of other municipalities that do the same. So it's not uncommon for responses not to come, negative or otherwise, to those applicants that weren't considered. I think that it would be probably a better or best practice to be able to do so, just to do the right thing. But I'm telling you that many organizations do not respond back to the unselected people.
And thank you so much for that, Mr. Edwards. So what I don't want to do, I want to be like the people that's operating, I'll say, beneath board. Because as a municipality, we should be able to let individuals know, hey, thank you for applying, but you were not selected. That's really, really simple. And so people just won't be hanging in the balance and waiting. So understand that other people may do it, but we shouldn't do like other people, especially when they're not doing it the best way. So we need to be leaders and not following behind people that's not doing it the best way.
I think human resources would need to reply to that because that's a manpower issue. So they'll probably, as you said, it will require a question with Mr. Smith to make that determination. They are a very small department and with a lot of tasks in front of them.
So that sounds like something that's automated.
No,
Something that can be.
not that I'm aware of.
Hmm.
I said that's not an automated process that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, again, definitely wish Mr. Smith or a representative from his office could have been here to speak to that. And my other question is this. So speaking about the current DPW director position, do you know how many people have applied for that position?
Nationally, we put out a call. I got with the Michigan Municipal League, put together the whole packet so that it would be nationally exposed.
Mhm.
In that period, shortly thereafter, we had one applicant. The one applicant was actually a Michigan person. That applicant was interviewed. That applicant was even offered the job, and later that applicant withdrew.
Okay. All right. And so we haven't had any internal candidates apply for this position as well?
No, ma'am. No, let me say this. We've had no internal applicants that meet the minimum requirements.
Okay.
And here from HR is Charlie McClendon. So he is here if there's questions that he can respond to concerning HR. He was here to do so now.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Edwards. So through you, Mr. Chair, to Mr. Charlie? No, Mr. McClinton? Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but Charlie McClendon, the Labor Relations Manager for the City of Flint. And I heard the question that was asked of Mr. Edwards. You want me to respond to that? The question that you asked about candidates who are not acceptable? Our recruiters do send an email to the ones who don't meet the MERs, don't meet them. We send an email.
Mr. Charlie, if you don't mind, could you please speak into the mic? I can't hardly hear you.
Our recruiters do send an email to those who do not meet the qualifications and will not be moved forward in the process.
Okay.
It's been a practice for a long time.
So they do receive emails?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Oftentimes, we might get somebody who the email doesn't work or something like that, but we do send emails.
Okay. So emails are sent
Yes,
to applicants.
yes.
All righty. All right, well, if you said that they are sent, I'll go ahead and give the rest of the time to my colleagues. Thank you.
Yes.
Any other discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Councilwoman.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Edwards. I don't think we've had one that met the guidelines since, I think, Mike Brown, and I think his last day was St. Patrick's Day, 2022, March 17th. So that's about, well, we're 4 years now. So when you're putting these out, and you said are we using a headhunter? Or just putting them out nationally on different databases or employment databases to hire?
The city of Flint has had a long history of recruitment activity through the Michigan Municipal League. So that is the vehicle. They have their reach, connectivity with the National League. So that is the reach that we use, especially in the governmental realm. In the governmental realm, that's the most active place to locate people to work in this particular field. And this field, I might add, is so specialized, so direct and so specialized that people that are already working, you basically have to pull somebody from another community.
Oh, I know.
You're not going to find people that are just in this particular capacity. They're not just sitting on their hands at home. They're working for somebody, and they just have to feel like this opportunity is better than the opportunity they have.
So what happened to Mr. Miller?
Mr. Miller made his own decision and choices he was done with the employment. We did nothing to discourage or keep him from being employed here, but he made a decision that he was ending his employment.
Okay, so then we go back to 2022. Now, Mr. Woodson just rattled off all of the qualifications. Sounds like every single one. Who is the DPW director? And are you still the acting DPW director?
As by virtue of being the city administrator, everything falls to me and when it's vacant. Yes.
Right, and I know that's been through the years that you've been the acting DPW.
On and off. Every time there's a vacancy, yes, I step in the role.
You picked it up.
Yes.
How long was Mr. Miller's employment? Was it a year?
It was a year. Yeah, about a year.
Yeah, I know it was a short stint.
And he was
A manager.
He was utilities administrator because he held the S1. He did have the S1, but his shortcoming was he had no experience with streets. He had no history, no experience, no anything about streets.
So, and Flint has had a tough time, recruiting a DPW director, but the DPW director carries such a heavy weight for the city. It is the largest department in the city. What is Mr. John Daly doing now for the city? Is he doing streets?
No, he's an advisor. He's an advisor to me on policy. His specialty and his understanding, he's only part-time, and his specialty is dealing with policy. He's been putting together street policy, snow policy, paving policy. He's been working out policies for me.
So he has a personal service contract?
That's correct.
How much is his personal service contract?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I know the clerk is out. I think one of the secretaries, if the clerk could get a copy of his personal service contract and share that with the rest of the members. I know he used to do streets before. He was over at the County Road Commission. He was prior. But if we could see what his personal contract is for policy, because we don't see the people who come. We don't know who actually is working in the mayor's office because we don't see the personal service contracts. But I know John Daly was good for the roads, and he came from the road commission from the county. So my other question is, so we don't use headhunters, and I know there are people who use headhunters, and they are trying to pick off the other DPWs from other municipalities. The ones that are good, let me say that, the ones that are good. What is the pay that Flint is offering for a DPW director?
It is, well, I can tell you the top figure was 64 an hour was I just looked
So
at
do you
the-
have that in a,
Yes.
because it's a salary, what's the yearly salary?
There's a job description that contains all that information, and I'll be happy to.
Okay, so can you give me a ballpark of what the salary is for a year? I don't have a calculator with me. Mr. McClendon, sir, do you have it? I know you negotiating them good contracts down there. Okay. So if you can get me that. Now, we used to have a grant from the Mott Foundation. Do we still get that? Was it $36,000 to offset the pay? Or is that gone?
It is ended.
It is ended?
I think there was a request coming towards this next budget year to have it renewed, but to my understanding, they have not confirmed that yet.
So when did it end?
We expended the money, let's just say.
Okay.
That's what caused it to end, is that we expended all the
So
money.
the last person that I know that got, and I think it was a reason why our DPW, Rob Benzick, who did hold all the licenses, left our municipality, went over to another one, and has improved their entire department, was because of the $36,000 grant that was to add on to his pay. And then it was told that it would be split amongst 3 people. When it initiated, it was supposed to be just for him. And so what he did was say September 20th, I work really hard. I have a lot of employees, that he just said, I'll retire. And we lost talent. We keep shedding talent. And this was a grant that we didn't even have to pay. So imagine if we had to just let him get the grant that was designed for him, we wouldn't be having any of this conversation. Flint has gotten into serious issues not having properly licensed DPW directors and not having the water treated for $80 to $100 per day. And people were just silent for 18 months and said, hey, you know what, it doesn't matter if the water's light brown or rust. And so this should be a priority. And we keep asking, and I get it's a shortage, but I know people are headhunting people. They are. They are headhunting people. And there are people who will come and work and be the DPW. They have said it. They just don't want to work for this administration. And that's a problem. That is a problem. And when people that work can be dirty, when we look at water main breaks, that we average about 250 a year. This winter, maybe a little bit more because we had a very cold winter. You look at, they're doing streets, they're doing water, they're doing a lot. And so when people feel that they're not valued, and we've had some that have not felt valued and they keep leaving, we can't afford to shed that department. That's our water. That's our water utility. People don't trust the water now. I don't know if they ever will. People are still brushing their teeth with bottled water. I do. And it's really embarrassing. I went to Bloomfield Hills this weekend for a picnic, and people were a cookout. And because our service lines are not all complete, because they're in my ward doing Westcombe last week, doing service lines. So they're not all complete. And when people, it's kind of like that Good Times when the lady she made meatloaf and they thought it was, something else. But people thought, I don't use Flint water. I buy gallon water or to use a filter. I don't cook with it. I don't wash off vegetables or anything else. Our service lines are not complete. We've been at 90%. We may still be at 1% since 2019. We should have this completed by now. That is why it's important to have a DPW director who is licensed, one who has the qualifications to complete it. We got to 90% service lines completed underneath Rob Benzick. And then we didn't want to give him $36,000 in a grant to supplement his income. That's crazy to me. And since then, we have been in the 90%. Rob Benzick got us up to 90%. And we're still there. It's crazy. They put on pumps on the pump station, because not only that, he was also, he surveyed the jobs. He did more than just the DPW with his skill set. And we keep getting people who keep leaving with the skill set that we, quite frankly, can't afford to lose. We can't. We look at Court Street. Court Street turned into lakefront property when they put in the new infrastructure. I called Rob. I said, what's going on? They one little simple thing, when they take the backhoe, they didn't put in between the blocks, so they took the front of the machine and hit the pipes, and they cracked some of the pipes. Why? Because we didn't have a DPW to oversee projects. And we look at these mistakes and we're not learning from them. We're not learning. And we keep shedding them. Mike Brown, Mr. Miller. And this is inexcusable. So did you come up with the figure of how much that they make? Because we need to make sure, even with that 36,000 and with headhunters, that salary is continuing to go up as aging infrastructures all over the United States are failing. And so they're kind of like a hot ticket item because it's not just us. We know now Benton Harbor in Michigan, Detroit is doing 250 service line replacements per week is their goal. So do you have the yearly salary? And are we offering a signing bonus to try to get someone?
133 is the top salary.
133 is the top salary. How much does our maintenance Lee Osborne make? He makes more than him?
No, he wouldn't make more than that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 133. Does he make more than, what are some of the other salaries? Because that's a huge department. And that's why we can't, I don't think that's, I think Benzick was making, what was he making?
About 110.
About 110? And so and I haven't time, I'd have to look that up. I know it's much higher when they're headhunting people, it's serious. It's serious. And offering great bonuses because again, aging infrastructure, not only is ours aged, our infrastructure is aging faster because lead leached and corroded the pipes. It's aging faster than any other municipality in the United States because for 18 months, there was nothing added for corrosiveness, nothing. So do we have any applications that are has anyone applied right now that are in the hopper for it, or do we know?
No, there's nobody in the
No?
hopper, but we welcome anybody's suggestions, any referrals, any resumes forwarded. We'll take all that you want to send our way.
Well, then we may as well be doing the job then. I yield the floor.
No, that wouldn't be true.
Thank you. Any other discussion on this item? Any other discussion on this special order item? Going the last time, any other discussion? We will now bring this discussion item to a close. There's a motion to adjourn. So brought forth by the Councilwoman in the 7th, supported by the Councilwoman in the 4th. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Cheryl Elamine, Dr. Lewis,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Priestley.
Yes.
The vote is 8 yes, 0 no.
8 yes, 0 no. This special affairs meeting is brought to close at 6:05.
I would like to remind everyone who has not had an opportunity to sign up to speak at the council meeting, you have 5 minutes to fill out a speaker slip and drop it in the back. We will also be holding the public hearings, which do not require you to sign in. You just come up and speak during the public hearings. But for those who wish to sign up for public speaking during the council meeting, the box is at the back for your speaker slips. If we could have all council members return to their seats so that we could start the council meeting. Oh, shoot. Thank you. I didn't even see that. The time is now 6:12 PM on Tuesday, May 26th. I hereby call this city council meeting to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin? Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 7 members present.
We have 7 members present. Oh, it's now time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Jarrett, if you would please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is now time for prayer blessing, but before we get to that, is there anyone who wishes to uplift a family or a grieving loved one? Councilwoman Priestley.
Yes. I'd like to remember the Sean Johnson's mother.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to remember or uplift someone in prayer? All right, seeing as how there's no one else, Councilwoman Lewis, will you lead us in prayer?
Absolutely, Madam President.
Thank you.
All hearts and minds clear. Dear great Creator, we thank you for allowing us again to gather one more time to conduct the business of the city. We ask that you please guide us, be with us as we make the right decisions for the residents. Bless us that we will work together in unity, that we will continue to move this great city forward. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen, thank you. It's now time for the reading of the disorderly persons city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault, and battery and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any requests for agenda changes and/or additions? Seeing as there are no requests for agenda changes and/or additions, we will now begin our public hearings, starting with 250414.6, which is a public hearing, amend ordinance chapter 35 personnel, article 5 working conditions, section 35-89 holidays. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to this during public hearing? Seeing as there's no one who wishes to speak to this, we will move to our next public hearing. Alex will close that public hearing. We will move to our next. I got you. I'll let you be the first one, the next one. I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
My name,
Wait, no, just, I didn't see you. Can you, I'm gonna let you be the first one on the next one.
I wanted to be on the first one, lady. You're gonna miss the whole first one without me speaking.
Sorry.
Okay.
Moving on to the next public hearing, 260134.6. Just stay right there. Public Hearing Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 11 Building Code is a public hearing for Ordinance 260134, an ordinance to amend the Flint City Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 11 Buildings, Article 1 Building Code by additions of sections 11 through 3.1, 11-3.1 through 11-3.11 concerning vacant buildings. We'll now open this public hearing. Mr. Mitchell, go ahead.
Oh, like I said, my name is Ariel Mitchell, and as you see, people's in Flint, they don't jump on Mr. Moore that way, taking his hand, come up there filibustering and all that junk. You got to train all these young people to get the job, and he gonna quit just before July 4th on American birthday. People's like that, and Mr. Priest gonna skip the whole, and nobody saying nothing about it. Like the new fireman talking about COVID-19. I mean,
Mr.
the
Mitchell.
COVID-19, the area
Mr.
in
Mr. Mitchell, vacant buildings.
the same thing, vacant building, about these vacant building people leaving their apartment, going to another state and homeless people's moving in and they mess up the property and then get killed by accident. And then they're going to come back and now they're changing the code right in the middle of destruction. And the beat goes on like the pipes. We got the worst pipes in America and it's from old age and it's automatic. They wait until the stuff, we got 90% of them fixed, but 10% they just filibustering around, don't start them just to get a paycheck. But old age will take care of anything, even the pipes, even the people's body people don't know when to retire. They just keep getting them pension check, get 4, 5 jobs and stuff. And people like the Candy Massac got to tear down, buying Central High School, gonna tear it down just to build a new one with all them $80 million roof on it and all that junk just to prove a point with Board of Education. Got money in the state and the beat still goes on, and Miss Priestley study gaslighting people's up with a curious looking stuff. And once you burn the Federal flag with the motorcycle gang over there, over on
Mr. Mitchell, vacant buildings.
The same thing. The vacant building goes on with the flag. You know, the junk. People got a place to live in, and people don't know how to destroy American flag. If they burn it, you're already to commit murder. You're supposed to be dead, treason, and all that stuff. You know, and like I said, you all rushing, pushing senior citizens around like they don't count. And you got somebody take their time coming up to the podium and big moose over there walking.
Mr. Mitchell. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak to the vacant buildings? You now have time. If anyone else wishes to speak to the vacant building ordinance.
Thank you. Good evening, Council. Hi, I'm Jim Richardson. I reside at 915 East Court Street, part of the Central Park Neighborhood Association. So I'm here tonight to urge all of you to support this, what we think, very important ordinance that's going to help out the city a lot. Our neighborhoods have a lot of vacant properties in them that are really a problem to the neighborhoods and to the neighbors that live in them. And this new vacant property ordinance is designed to really reduce the number of these kinds of properties. Because the ordinance, what it will do is will encourage rental and occupancies of properties that are been vacant. It's going to discourage speculation by outside purchasers who are investing in Flint for just hanging on to properties, letting them sit, hoping the value will go up, causing a problem to all of us that live in the neighborhoods that are next to them. This ordinance will help reduce blight and dangerous properties and hopefully prevent some tragedies like the one that occurred on ML King, where there was loss of life. So this ordinance then, we hope, will improve the quality of life for all of us that are within the neighborhoods. So thank you very much for taking this positive action in order to improve the quality of life and the residents within our neighborhoods. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next public speaker for the vacant buildings, vacant property registry ordinance.
I was just wondering if I could borrow his extra minute. I'm joking.
No, you get your own 3.
I'm teasing. Good evening, City Council members. My name is Leslie Beamer, and I'm a resident of the Central Park neighborhood in Flint. I'm here tonight in support of the vacant housing registry ordinance and to thank the NICE committee for their hard work over the last 2 years in bringing this proposal forward. I have lived in Flint for the past 3 years, and I truly love this city and the people who call it home. I have seen firsthand how deeply residents care about their neighborhoods, their families, and the future of Flint. There are so many people working hard every day to make Flint beautiful, safe, and thriving again. I believe this ordinance is an important first step towards restoring housing and bringing families back into our neighborhoods. According to the Land Bank, there are approximately to 7,000 vacant homes and commercial structures throughout the city of Flint. Many of these homes have sat empty for years, creating safety concerns and discouraging investment in our communities. We need these properties bought, sold, renovated, and cared for again. We need owners to either invest in their properties or allow others the opportunity to bring them back to life. Vacant homes do not just affect property values, they affect the spirit of a neighborhood and the hope people have for their community. As the co-founder of Sela's Red Tent, a birth and postpartum doula house in Flint, I work closely with mothers and families every day. I have a vision of seeing young families and mothers with newborn babies moving into these homes and building stable, healthy lives right here in the Central Park neighborhood. I imagine children being raised around caring neighbors, beautiful historic homes, museums, parks, restaurants, jobs, and walkable access to downtown Flint. Flint has so much potential, and you've been working very hard to bring this city back. Families want safe neighborhoods, affordable housing, and community connection. This ordinance helps move us forward that future. I also want to recognize the work of the NICE Committee, Jim Richardson, Councilwoman Machette, and everyone who has contributed to this effort. They have put in years of work to help create practical solutions for our city. Tonight, I encourage the City Council to support this ordinance and continue taking steps towards revitalizing Flint's neighborhoods. I believe when we restore homes, we restore hope. When we bring families back into the neighborhoods, we strengthen the future for our city. Thank you for your time and your commitment to Flint. Seek the peace and prosperity of the city to which I have carried you. Pray to the Lord for it, because if it prospers, you too will prosper. Jeremiah 29:7. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Next, speaker for this public hearing on the vacant building registry ordinance.
My name is Barb Hollenbeck. I am also a resident of Central Park neighborhood. Some of the things that have happened, it is costing, I guess I have to get closer. It is, if we can make the owners of properties responsible, it will take the burden off the neighborhoods and off of actually the city itself in many references. We've had several buildings, several homes that we have eventually managed to get condemned and had them torn down. But some of them have taken years and years. They were drug houses. We had the one on Court Street. If you came up Court Street, you saw this duplex that sat there for years, falling apart, full of dead animals. We eventually managed to get that condemned, and it was torn down. But it's all over the entire city. The son of one of our neighbors lives in Mott Park. He has a property next to him that was at one time a land bank property. It was purchased, and the person has never set foot on that property, never done another thing with it. It was a burnout. And he's sort of at a loss as to know what to do, because it sits there. The rest of the neighborhood's pretty good. So this ordinance will, we hope, have the owners from out of the, sometime in even other states, responsible for the property that they have here in Flint.
Thank you. Next speaker for the public hearing for the vacant building registry ordinance.
Hi there, my name is Sarah Scheitler. I am the president of Central Park Neighborhood Association, and I live on Craybo Street. I think all of my neighbors have already said pretty much everything that I want to say tonight. We all know that vacant properties do nothing to support our communities. Certainly, we worked hard to write in exceptions into this proposed ordinance for the normal things that people do where a building may be vacant for a short period, trying to sell it, trying to rent it, trying to renovate it, etc. If you're a snowbird, there's exceptions in there that are reasonable. But if you're sitting on a property and you have no intention of improving that property, you have no intention of being part of the community, and you're just trying to make a buck or see what happens in Flint, we don't need that. We need people who are here and invested and want to make our community better. I think that, what Barb said about, totally lost my train of thought. I will end there. So thank you. I encourage you to pass this ordinance, and thank you, Councilperson Mushat, for helping get this proposal to council.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak to the vacant building ordinance?
Hi, I'm Richard Bush. I have property in Central Park neighborhood for over 36 years. I have a vacant lot that's 100 feet. I take care of it, maintain it. I paid young kids to mow it. I paid $14,500 in taxes on this property, and including $54 a year for street lights, which is almost as much as you get out of the education department. And there's a lot of responsible people, and I think the neighborhood association is probably the place where this money should go, because they go once or twice a year and have a cleanup. They used to send a dump truck from the city around, and my mom, when she was 80, was throwing stuff from Central Park South Neighborhood Association into dump trucks. And they notice when there is blight, and all they have to do is contact the blight department and have them come and take care of it. There's blight ordinances already. I don't want to double my tax on a vacant lot. I have a house right next door that I pay over $1,200 a year in taxes right now. And I kind of like the vacant lot, and so do the people in the neighborhood. And as far as I know, I've got the only derelict house right next to me that belongs to the land bank that's been there for 18 years. And I've argued with them over and over again, and it's been part of the agenda for the Central Park Neighborhood Association over and over again, and they can't get the land bank to do anything. Your thing in the paper said there was 2,500 houses that the land bank owns that they aren't tearing down yet. They're the problem. They sit on those houses till they pick them clean, and nobody would put any money into them and get them fixed back up again. Nobody that's got $40,000, $50,000 is going to put that money in the city, in a crappy looking house in the city of Flint. Okay? They're going to put it in a CD and make the interest on it. So these houses, most of them are not coming back. So if you want to get rid of these derelict houses, get rid of them. Have a blight ordinance that they have to they used to have to board them up. That used to be the law. They had to be boarded up. I don't know if that still is or not. And they had to mow the lawn, or they'd come in and do it for them and charge it on their taxes. But the landowners are going to let those houses go back for taxes, and they're going to go right to the land bank, and you're not going to get any of this $250 that you're thinking you're going to get for blight. And do not let the building inspection department, which is a predatory organization in my view, get in charge of anything. Let the neighborhood associations do it. They're in touch with the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak to the vacant building ordinance? Anyone else? Seeing as how there's no one else, we will go ahead and close this public hearing 260134.6. Moving on to public hearing 260150.6, which is the public hearing code amendment ordinance chapter 19, fire protection, a public hearing for ordinance number 260150.6, an ordinance to amend the Flint City Code of Ordinances by amending chapter 19, fire protection, article 1, and general section 19-1, international fire code. Is there anyone who wishes to speak at this time to the fire code, fire protection?
Yeah, hello. I'm Mario Mitchell. Speaking on the fire code, product 19, whatever that is, Chief Wiggins, with his retired comeback, had to come back and teach the young firemen how to control the fires in the vacant buildings and the whole works of the city, but nobody in coordinate. They come and get trained and go out in Grand Blanc after they get trained by Wiggins because they have a better paying position. And the fire code, because Wiggins figured Mr. Wiggins don't know how to get the right equipment to put the fire out. Just look at that first incident, but the Mitchell boys on Pulaski Street got killed, and the fireman sued Flint and settled for $13,000 or something that instead of going $50 million. There you go again. The fireman doing that right now, like the Russian, tapping in on somebody. Don't know nobody talk about the fire code, the AI. Stay tuned, New York. You remember what happened in You got them camel jockeys blowing up everything out there.
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators.
We gotta go downstairs.
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate
Family,
by the nearest exit.
that's the setup right there. You saw how you see how Davina was just walking casually through there, not even tripping, not even tripping. Y'all know if it was really some black folks would have been tearing some stuff up. I'm just being honest. We would have been tearing some stuff up.
May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building.
I'm wondering, did y'all show Clyde ain't pulled that allegedly?
Do not use the elevators.
Oh, 21 done it. They paid somebody to go ahead and do that. Man, I keep telling y'all, if y'all don't see Davina cutting up, didn't heard that enough. We heard it. We know not to use the elevators. Man, they went back. Allegedly, the mayor said, let's go use the old one. Pull the fire alarm. Oh, they must be coming back in. I see Davina. It's a shame that even a fire alarm has to be looked at suspiciously. Shows how deep the corruption is. Can't trust nothing. Facts. Said there were some answers they just did not want to give today. How long would it take? Probably about 15 minutes. They're going to put it on Mr. Charlie. Well, somebody got to take the fall. Then watch as they get back to their seats, going to skip by up. Listen, they is playing games. They got to tell all the people come on back in. Neely was like we allegedly. I'm not mad. It's just like a right now. This a champ. This a hell of a basketball championship game. He know when to call the timeouts and everything. Look at Demeanor probably on the phone talking to the mayor. We got to bring the people back in. I see right now, Larry, the most wanted man in the city of Flint right now. I'm gonna see if the Republicans gonna get behind Larry. We gotta see if the Republicans gonna get behind, Larry and everything. I wouldn't have went too far neither, Deborah. I would have been right there sitting out. The weather perfect. The weather perfect right now. Why is Larry most wanted? Just going. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Larry say the police came to his house again? If I'm not mistaken, allegedly. I think the mayor said he feels threatened by Larry. So we gotta, What's up, my good brother Marcus Fielder in the building? Oh, look at him. Look at Liddell. Ain't that Liddell just bounced up in there? Let me see, Marcia. I didn't go on social media this week on purpose. Too much grief, and I protected my peace. You ain't lying, Marcia. Sometimes you got to stay off social media. RJ Mayor sure does feel threatened a lot. I don't know what he's so threatened about. They just made me, Delta said, they just made me think about that time with Mays when he was in the middle of speaking and the fire alarm went off. He said K Fields and Eva did that. Yep, that's what Larry said. The mayor or press charges or seeking charges on said he fearful. It's like, oh wow. All right, family, I'm finna bounce out. They back. Let me come on out.
issues. Kids are dying while grown adults are stealing ideas and fighting over credit. And the saddest part is young people are watching all of it. We are learning from your example whether leadership means service or just clout. So tonight I'm asking every elected official in this room, when Flint's youth loses hope, what are you doing to restore it?
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Barbara Hollenbeck. Barbara Hollenbeck.
Oh, she left.
Next speaker is Sarah
Scheider, she left.
And the last speaker for this meeting is Richard Bush. I believe he left as well.
I believe he left. Seeing as how that was the last public speaker, we will move on to council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all speakers have spoken. Individual council members' response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam President.
Councilwoman in the second ward.
Thank you. So I want to take this time out to highlight some great things happening in the city, especially tomorrow, Wednesday, May the 27th, from 10 to 5 at the McKinley Center. There will be a teen resource fair. So in collaboration with administration, they have put together an amazing time where you can come and get a lot of the documents that you need. You can receive your state ID for free, your birth certificate for free. Financial Plus will be there opening bank accounts. The Office of Public Health will be there providing health resources. And a variety of community organizations with youth focuses will be there, different educational resources and employment opportunities. So this will be a great time for those that are 19 and under. And I will even I'll probably encourage 25 and under. Just come on out and see what there is to see. The city have put together some great resources, and this will be a great time to get your state ID, get your birth certificate, because they're going to open up summer jobs, and you want to make sure that you are able to be in the number to get a summer job. So please come out and please share the information. Information is not good if it's not shared. So if you know a teen, if you care about a teen, make sure that you're spreading good, helpful information. So looking forward to seeing the teens and their families there. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? I will go ahead and take my time. I actually just want to take a few minutes to acknowledge the passing of our dear colleague's mother, Councilwoman Johnson. My prayers are certainly with you, as are those of our colleagues. We send our sincerest condolences to you in your time of grief. We are very sorry that you are experiencing such a profound loss, and I think it says a lot that you are sitting here amongst us, still performing your duties as a council person during such a hard time. With that, I will go ahead and close out council response. It is now time for the consent agenda, which will include all of the minutes and any communications or anything else a part of it. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the fourth ward.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
There's a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there support? Moved and supported by the councilman in the first ward. Are there separations? Seeing as how there are no separations, this is the roll call vote for the consent agenda. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alman? Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in. Excuse me. Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda has been approved.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn by the councilwoman in the fourth ward, supported by the councilman in the first ward.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns is not in. Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin? The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. It is 6:56 on Tuesday, May 26th. I hereby adjourn this Flint City Council meeting.
Y'all see how how Candace is up there jumping and everything. I don't know what was ever in that consent agenda. It got pushed through. Yeah, they ready to leave anyway. Let me see. I knew that appointment was going to go unchecked off. Okay, all those resolutions were passed with the consent agenda. Yep, well, it's messed up, family. It's messed up. It is what it is. We're going to talk about it in the morning. I'm going to get with y'all in the morning, family. Y'all be safe out here. Peace.